How many times have you ever played the games at the fairground? And how many times have you ever seen anyone walk off with the biggest prize on the stall? If the answer is never, our real hustlers have come to the fairground to show you why.
If you go to Brighton Pier or Blackpool, these games are often monitored, so people are making sure that they're fair for you. So there is a chance of winning. Although one of my favourite stories is that some of these games are so unfair in some places that they actually hire people to carry great big soft cuddly toys around. So people think, oh, I want one of those, and they go and try and find that stand.
Paul's fairground stall is a classic.
All right.
It's Tin Can Alley. The rules are simple.
Pound.
6 tin cans are stacked in a pyramid. The punter is given 3 beanbags and has 3 tries at knocking the cans off the shelf. If he succeeds, he wins a prize.
So close.
Sounds fair? Actually, Paul's version of the game is far from fair.
Shot. Pound.
Besides the obvious challenge of knocking all the tins off the shelf,
Right, hit the tins in the middle.
which is harder than it looks,
Yeah, look. These things.
Paul has a nifty hustle going on that's guaranteed to con the public out of their money.
If all the cans are normal, then it's a pretty easy game to win. If, however, some of the cans are weighted, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. In fact, you need quite a few more attempts to get used to how to knock over those cans. And in this case, it was fixed. We weighted 3 of them. If they're on top of the pyramid, you can knock them all over quite easily. So we give people a free go when the cans are on top. So once they know they can do it, we set the cans on the bottom, creating a very strong foundation for that pyramid, making it very difficult to knock those over. So you rope them in, you make them think they can do it, and then you make it much more difficult for them to win at all. It's a classic scam.
So, with the heavy cans at the top, Paul offers a free practice throw.
Tell you what, I'll give you a free shot, just to practice. Very good. 2 shots left.
That's a tricky one. Come on, come on.
Yeah, give him a, that's it, beautiful. You want to do one for money? You want to do it?
Yeah.
This time, the mark has to pay for his go, and this time Paul rigs the stack. Heavy cans at the bottom.
Very good. Come on.
No chance.
What a surprise. Who's next?
Right, I'll show you how to start. Here we go. Come on in.
Oh, yeah, here comes this guy. He'll do
Come on
it.
in.
And now, it's lambs to the slaughter time.
All right. Here's your balls,
Cheers,
if
mate.
you need them. Whoa. 2 with 1. Come on, you can do
I
it.
don't know how it's going to work out. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not good at this game, I don't think.
So, Paul just keeps repeating the routine, switching the light for the heavy tins every time he gets someone interested. And for these reasons, Paul can stand back and watch the cash roll
Yeah,
in.
that was pathetic. At legitimate places, you can win. Of course, it's never as easy as it looks. It's not as bad as it was in the old days. They say that back in San Francisco at the turn of the last century, when the earthquake hit, the only thing left standing were 6 cans in one of these stalls.
It's Peg a Prize.
Hook a peg and win a prize. You're guaranteed to win a prize. Hello, boys. Want to give it a go? Okay, all you have to do is hook a peg. All the pegs with 2 numbers on are all the big prizes at the very top. And all the other pegs with 3 numbers on are all the small prizes at the bottom. And all you have to do is hook 1 peg. And it's £2 for 3 hoops.
So,
Yeah.
each peg has a number written on it. If it's a 3-digit number, you win a small prize. And if it's a 2-digit number, you win a large prize. It sounds simple, but it's harder than it looks. Nobody's hooped any pegs. Jess is raking in the cash without having to give away any of her stock. But then, the punters hit a winning streak.
Oh! Oh, well done! Oh, what do you want
Many
to do?
fairground games guarantee a prize, but it's the size of the prize that matters.
But you actually got a 3 number, which is still good because you get one of the smaller prizes at the very bottom.
And the smaller the prize, the bigger the stallholder's profit margin.
There you go. You can put that one in your other pocket.
I'm an England fan, so
Bye. See ya.
I think it would have been worth it if it was a bigger prize. If we won a bigger prize, it would have been, yeah, it would have justified the £4 that I spent.
But of course he can't win a big prize. The game's rigged. All the pegs have 3 numbers.
Oh, close.
But sometimes
Oh, well done on the last go. And
you do get lucky.
that one was a 2 number one, so you actually won one of the bigger ones. So is that the one that you're wanting? Yes. That big cuddly one? Well done.
Aren't you proud?
Well done. Oh, it's so squashy as well. There you go. If anybody asks you where you got it, send them over to the Peg and Pie stand. Well done you. See ya.
Yeah, we've got 2 numbers and nothing else from anything from the top shelf.
She said make sure you carry it around so everyone can see it.
Yeah.
So that, and if anyone asks, tell them where you got it from.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah, good marketing.
And that's all it was, marketing, because she wanted the couple to win.
Oh, well done on the last go.
All she had to do was cover one of the digits with her finger.
That one was a 2 number one, so you actually won one of the bigger ones. So is that the one that you're wanting?
And it looked like they had a winning 2-digit number.
Well done.
Aren't you proud?
Very proud. Most fairgrounds are fairly run and you do have a chance of winning. But you should bear in mind that you are paying for the entertainment of playing the game as well as for winning the prizes.
This is the Lucky Ticket scam.
Lucky tickets. Lucky tickets. Come and play a lucky
Oh,
ticket.
you won something already? Let me go.
What have you won?
Oh, adorable.
Only cost me £5, wouldn't it?
It's a bargain. £2 for a handful of tickets. Any even number wins a prize.
No persuasion needed. These customers each hand over £2 for 10 lucky tickets.
I'll take the money.
The rules of this game are easy. There's a big bucket and thousands of numbered tickets. Even numbered tickets are losers, odd numbered tickets are winners. 5 winners equals a top-of-the-range MP3 player.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Alex counts out the tickets, so they can rip them open and see if they've won.
10.
Oh, the odd one.
Oh.
Odd ones are winning.
I'm feeling lucky after my ticket.
Yeah. Are you?
88. 57. That's an odd. That's a winner. Okay, we're going to put this over here.
Straight away, these guys have picked a winner. In fact, everyone that plays this game immediately has luck on their side.
Hey, there's one. So how many odd numbers are in there?
Half and half.
Even the most suspicious of customers is an instant success.
Oh, great. Okay.
Even.
Ah.
Oh, odd. Excellent. Okay, 2. Take one of those or one of these.
So far, so good. Everyone has got themselves a small stuffed toy or a water pistol. That's safe. No one can take that away from them.
Even.
Obviously you've got the lucky streak.
I have, you know.
Of course, with the hustlers around, there's no such thing as luck.
The odd even ticket scam is a game you'll find in fairgrounds both here and abroad. It's not always a scam, but when it is, your chances of winning are minute. The reason this works so well is that the operator's got complete control of the game. He can let the marks win or lose anytime he wants by palming in winning tickets.
The tickets aren't 50% odd and 50% even. In fact, every single ticket in the bucket is actually an even number. They are all losers. The only winning tickets are actually in Alex's pocket. And the only time they enter the game is when he intentionally adds a winner to the pile. That's why he always counts out the tickets before handing them back to the marks. And the instant win is only to get them hooked and make them spend more money.
Jess has set up a fairground classic, Pop the Balloon. On her board there are loads of balloons and for £1 the victim can have 3 darts. If they manage to pop 2 balloons with the 3 darts, they win. Easy, isn't it?
Oh, close, unlucky. Oh. Oh, you're really bad.
Well, actually, no. Even if you do have the skills and aim to hit the balloons in the first place, which most of us don't, you'll still come a cropper with Jess's hustle. You see, Jess's darts are so blunt that even if a mark scores a direct hit, the dart just bounces right off again. And look at the balloons. They're only half inflated, making them less taut, more rubbery, and all the more difficult to pop. And for these reasons, Jess can stand back and watch the cash roll in.
They are designed to give you very little margin for error. You know, out of the 3 darts, you've got to pop 2 balloons. Well, if you miss on your first go, that means you can't miss with the other 2. That's already hard enough to do.
We're not saying don't go and play these games, because we like to play them as well. But there's often an element out there who are trying to just take your money without giving you a chance to win.